Hi, thanks for joining me. My name's Kathryn Delaney, and this is your daily tarot and astrology snapshot for October 1st, 2020. Our first card for today is the Sun card. The Sun card is one of the most beneficial cards in the deck. Actually, it is the most beneficial card of the deck. And the reason that is because when you think about what the sun does for our universe, it literally called seeds into sprouting, flowers into bloom. It helps shift the entire, seasonal system in our world. And so the power of the sun is really an energy of realization and understanding that you have the same energy of the sun within you, and you can also call forth that inner essence of your own being into moving toward new directions that you see that you are feeling called to. So when we look at this card, we can actually see, the way that I drew it is a little different than what you commonly see. Commonly you'll see a single, baby that's like riding a horse that's like bursting into the forefront of the card. And so it's that rediscovery of the essential nature of our being and having heartfelt warmth energy towards it. And so in this card, what I chose to represent was, realization of both sides of our being, forgiving ourselves for what we've gone through and realizing that part of what we've gone through also helps build our essential nature and our essential character. So this is, a call to shine our own inner sun today and, bring light to those around us from a loving and heartfelt space. Also to listen to our own inner yearning to move into a new direction and to believe in ourselves. Because today what's interesting is that the sun is 180 degrees from the moon, which is why we have a full moon today. And so part of that, is a reflection energy. Quite literally, the moon is reflecting the sun's light. And so we see things that we haven't been able to necessarily see in our own inner world, so to speak. There's a realization of things that we've been kind of working on and that have been under the surface. The second card that we have for today is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is the apprentice craftsman. So this is, working towards success in material affairs and affairs of things, of projects that bring about material new things in our lives, like new work projects, new career projects, new projects of the heart, possibly new routines that we want to put into our lives, and that we see that we need to work on over time, because it's a number 8. We also can see that if we have this, impetus and realization that we want to move in a new direction in our life or move towards something that we feel called to in our heart, that it will take time and it will take daily efforts to do so. It's not just like an immediate thing. It's something that we will be working towards, which is why this card has the energy of the apprentice craftsman. So to not get discouraged if things aren't perfect the first go around, right? You see the character here is working on things and refining his skill in working things, in his or her, in their skill, while they are working on things and refining their process and getting, more efficient and getting a finer attention to detail while they go through that process. The third card that we have for today is another major arcana. The Sun card is a major arcana, so that is, a big shift that's happening in our lives right now. We also have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is a card that speaks to the energy of order in our society and our belief system and what we go to for our sacred connection to the divine and what we look to for guidance and where we've set our anchor in that area of life, and where we've really like kind of obeyed social order and listened to, gone along with what we need to do and what is needed in that time in a social context and in the group setting that we're in. This card can also speak to creating more order, and having something kind of, made legal, like by contract. And it also brings to my attention, because this card is associated with Taurus, what's going on in Taurus right now astrologically for us. So right now, what we're actually experiencing and what we've been experiencing for about a year and a half or so is that Uranus is in Taurus. And now Uranus is a planet of unexpected change, that forces us to create new order, and Taurus is that sense of order and that sense of our belief system, similar to what I was saying about this card, quite literally, and where we put our value system and where we put our anchor in, values around material things and values around how we treat our body and our belief system. And so what's interesting about that is that Uranus has been upsetting that space in our natal chart, wherever Taurus sits in your chart, for the last year and a half, and will continue to do so for another 5.5 years, because it takes Uranus around 7 years to go through every sign in the zodiac system. So this is why, we've part of the reason why we've had so much upset and like uprooting of some of the anchors that we've put ourselves in, and it is especially why people who have strong Taurus natures, either like a Taurus rising or a Taurus sun or a Taurus moon, or even the opposite sign, those in Scorpio like myself, because Taurus sits in opposite of Scorpio, so that energy of like, unexpected change is affecting those two signs quite a bit. And, anything that's in square to that, which would be, Leo or Aquarius. So it's pretty interesting. We're all, there's a lot of stuff going on astrologically, but that's just to say that, where we want to put our anchors when we are having a lot of unexpected change, that's not in our control, isn't to lose ourselves in that, but to more importantly, like, put our energy in where we can set our anchors and where we can find stability in our life. Whether that's through self-care, which is, ruled by the body as far as like how we take care of the body and what we do with the body, and as well as like how practical we are with our finances, and where we put our faith, quite literally, and what attention we're giving to the earth as well, because Taurus rules the earth, and we're seeing a lot of change shifting in that. And so how can we be practical towards those situations? So it's important, I think, for us to consider that, while there is a lot of things shifting right now, and, there's a lot of things going on astrologically, that we are able to like put our attention where it's most useful for us, and where we can put some attention towards self-care to balance out some of the stress that we're under is really key. So making sure that you feed yourself good food, that you are replete in your vitamins, particularly vitamin D and zinc and vitamin A and vitamin C and vitamin E and selenium, also known as ZACEs, in the, as an acronym for remembering those, because keeping our immunity and keeping our body able to defend itself while we're in stress is really important, and making sure we get enough sleep and have connections and times with friends is also really important. So I send so much love to you. If you're interested in a reading, please reach out to me, and I hope you have a blessed full moon and move your body and dance, and something is revealed to you that is useful and nurturing for your heart. So sending much love to you. Bye.